everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new over here, my name's Candy, and if you have been over here for a while and you're part of my 100 subscribers, finally, it only took me like a year and a half to get 100 subscribers, but I am so thankful for each and every one of y'all. Y'all don't even know how much your support means to me. It makes me want to keep on doing things like this. Hearing from y'all that I have touched y'all in some way, have made your lives better in some way, made y'all have a better outlook on life, all of that makes me so happy. You don't even know. My whole goal of starting this YouTube channel was to get a voice for myself and also to show other mothers just like me that we all have a voice. We all have those things inside of us that we are passionate about, that inspire us to be more, to keep going. Those things that make us want to be better for ourselves, where we can be better for our children. And even if you don't have children at all, if you're not a mother, then take some of these life things and put them into action before all that happens, and maybe you'll have a happier outlook, because this whole past year has been nothing but me getting my brain back together basically, and just kind of reshaping my thinking again to a better positive view. And I would say that your outlook on life greatly impacts it. Because when I was like down in the dumps every day, like, man, I feel like crap, like I'm so tired because I'm not getting any sleep because of these dang kids and all the stress that's going on. Yeah, I felt tired and stressed all the time. But now that I'm like, today's going to be an awesome day. Whatever today holds, I'm going to make the most of it. And if my kids are a pill, then you know what? I'm going to have a great day in parenting, and I'm going to learn something about them, and I'm going to learn something about myself in this day. Just doing stuff like that has made my life so much better. And my mental state is getting better. I am in a lot better place than I was this time last year. You say hi. This is one of my little guys right now that is out here helping me look after the garden. And say hi, Wyatt. I guess not. I just wanted to make a video today updating y'all on how I'm doing in my little world. And I don't know, we don't even know what we're going to talk about today, but I just wanted to sit down and make a video. And one thing that I did want to touch on is, as we know, a lot of things are going on in our world right now. And I have kind of ghosted social media because I honestly don't know what to say. I don't want to say the wrong thing and hurt anyone's feelings or offend anyone or overstep my boundaries. But I also don't want to stay silent and people think that I'm ignoring it. Just know it is very, very heavy on my mind. I have been doing a lot of praying for our whole world, not even just this nation, the whole world, to get more acceptance and compassion towards our fellow man. And I don't know what it's going to take for us to see that we are truly all in this together, and it doesn't matter where you come from, what color you are, your background, what job you have, what social class you're in. Eventually, we are all going to suffer the same storm. So we might as well learn how to suffer it together and weather the storm together, because we're a lot stronger together than we are divided. And that is all I'm going to say about all the issues that are happening. Just please have better acceptance and compassion for everyone. And just try to remember that everyone is going through their own struggles. So just, I don't know, take that into account before you react. On a more positive note, did y'all notice we finally cut his hair? I did not film it like I did film cutting my husband's hair and cutting my older son's, because I really didn't think that he was going to cooperate, but he did so good. I put him like in my husband's lap and like set him, facing him, and he just sat there talking to his daddy, sucking on his passy. He was fine. He didn't think it was a big deal at all. I did cut daddy's hair right before I cut his, so maybe seeing that he wasn't making a big deal out of it, then he was like, oh, it's no big deal. We get haircuts every day. But I love his haircut. I think it looks so freaking cute. And other things we've been doing in quarantine. So I've cut all 3 of their hair. Now I've cut Harrison and James's hair twice. And if you didn't know, my husband's name is James. The second time I cut his hair, it was so much easier. And I think it was because it was a lot shorter and I had like a thing to follow. All I had to do was like make everything the same length. If you haven't seen those videos, I will link those both down below for y'all. And the one with me and my husband is seriously just us being goofy and cutting up. Like, we're not serious people whatsoever. Like, we've contemplated starting an actual family vlog, but we really don't want that, I guess, commitment of showing our family that much. And whoa, like, that is a lot to put out into the world, and I just don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if when my children get older, if they're going to want to be a part of that. I mean, right now in today's world, everybody's doing that and that's the normal thing, but I don't want my children to grow up and be like, why did you put my potty training moments on the internet for everyone to see? Like, do they really need to see all that when I could just talk about them in a video and explain them to you, and it be the same thing to me like showing you my kid's butt 3 days in a row, you know? Like, so I really don't know if we'll ever do like consistent family vlogs, but I do want to start doing at least one family style vlog a month, just to like show y'all a little bit more of us and just where y'all can get to know us a little bit better. And also, those are great memories for us to look back on. Like, I watch my own videos all the time just because I'm like, oh my gosh, look at the babies, they were so small. And also looking back on my videos, I'm like, ugh, why did you let your body get to that state? And you have lost so much weight since then. And I want to talk about that because in the beginning of this, I started with, I want to change my mindset and I want to start living a healthier life. And as a result of that, I slowly started losing weight. And it feels like now that I'm getting closer down to the lower numbers, I'm starting to focus more on the weight, and I don't want to do that. Sorry, I had to check on him. He's picking tomatoes. Wyatt, stop. I really want to keep the focus on a healthier lifestyle, and I don't want to focus on that number on the scale because that number doesn't mean a thing. And I've also learned that through this process. Like, since the beginning of the year, I've only lost like 15, 20 pounds, not much, in the past 6 months, but my body looks so much different, or looks so differently, I guess would be the correct way to say that. But like, my muscles are starting to show up more, and I have better endurance. And like, when I first started running my mile in January, my first mile was like 14:50 something. It was really sad. I posted it on Instagram and was like, woo, I survived a mile. And it was a really, really sad time for a mile. But it was such a breakthrough for me because I was actually in the gym moving my butt. So I was proud of it. But now my quickest time was 11:35, I want to say. And that's not fantastic either. But from 15 minutes almost to 11 and a half minutes, that's a big deal when you're talking about running it. And still, I jog the entire thing. But you know what? I'm able to jog the entire thing. And one of my favorite things on my run every day is halfway through, at the point that I turn around, there's a dead end sign. And every day I'm like jogging towards that dead end sign. And that dead end sign is telling me I'm done, because that's what it used to tell me when I first started doing my running or jogging. And now when I see that dead end sign, I just tell it nope, and I turn right back around and I keep going because I'm not done. I have more in me and I'm able to do more. And that makes me feel so much better. It makes me wonder what else I'm able to do. Like, we're about to go on a family vacation and we're going to vlog some of it. I don't know how much, but we're going to try our best. And we are going to be in the wilderness as much as we can, and we're going to go on hikes and we're going to explore nature. And a year ago, if my husband would have suggested a vacation like that, I would have been like, ooh, I don't know, sounds like sweat. I don't like to sweat. But now when I'm sweating a whole bunch, I'm like, oh yes, the calories are burning. Oh, it's so invigorating now. And I want to keep my body feeling like that, like it can move and it's not going to hurt me to move. And when I think about, I felt this way at 28, 29 even. And if I would have continued, how bad would my body have felt in 20 years when I'm 50? How bad would it have felt if I would have not started moving it? So it really just puts things into perspective for me, that I just want to live every day to the fullest and take all the opportunities that are given to me and literally run with them, because I'm able to run now. So with the trying to live a healthier life and eat better and everything, I've been trying my best to eat as clean as possible. I still have ice cream occasionally. I still have a Reese cup occasionally. We made brownies last night, but I literally had like this big of a brownie. I just control my portions now, and that helps tremendously. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been working out a ton. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know this, because I haven't been posting diddly squat of working out, and it's because I've spent a lot of space or a lot of time out here in this space, my garden, and it's made me really happy. I've gotten in touch with nature again and remembered how much I enjoyed gardening. And our garden, we've always just like kind of like set it and forget it and just like hoped for the best. But this year I actually put time into my garden, did a lot of research and tried to learn about things. I still have trouble in my garden, but you know what? I'm actually getting that stuff out of it for the first year ever, and we actually extended it. You know what? Let me show you my garden. So if you can see what's behind me, I have like a little seed table and stuff set up over here. There's a blank area that nothing will grow because it's too shady. And then we have our pepper patch here, and then we have a tomato patch here also. So the pepper patch area, that was our original garden. That's all we had, and we tried to grow all kinds of crap in there. Didn't really work, so we extended and made the area that the tomatoes are all in. Tried a little bit more, worked a little bit better, but wasn't enough for us. So then we extended again to this area over here, and this is mainly our squash and okra right now, but then that wasn't enough, so we are currently extending all of this over here. And this patch, we just came out a little bit further in our yard because the sun's coming up right now, but when the sun is fully up, all of that is in full sun and just asking for food to be planted in it, so we kind of had to. So another thing in being able to live a healthier life is you got to eat a lot of dang fruits and vegetables. So I really did not want to take on the big task of growing my own fruit because that's a lot. So I figured I can grow vegetables, and there's a lot of vegetables to grow. So I'll just quickly show y'all what I have growing in my garden and tell y'all what we will be growing to help us with our, I guess, food cost, because I want to curb our food cost in some way because we spend way too much money on groceries. So first of all, I have some tomatoes down here. That when that extension is done, they will go in. These I got as starts on clearance, and they were looking really puny, so I put them in here, gave them some fertilizer and some water, and they look a lot better. This is cilantro that is starting to bolt. I have a lot of different peppers. I won't go through every single pepper, but most of them are hot peppers. I did just plant a yellow bell, and this baby one there is a giant Marconi, I think it is. I've never had that one, but I've heard it's really good. Those two are my new ones to my pepper patch this year. A lot of these we overwintered from last year, and then some we started several months ago in the spring from starts. and they're doing okay. Some of them are really stressed out, but one of the, like, this is the one that overwintered, and that is a tequila sunrise pepper, and it's kind of almost tastes like a bell pepper. It's kind of sweet. I have a lovely cucumber hanging right here. I started several cucumbers, but only that one took so far, and then I planted several more and then forgot about them, and then planted some over on my grow table. So I'm gonna have a lot of cucumbers, but we'll kind of like succession planted them, so it'll be okay. I think we'll just extend our harvest on them, right? Right? It'll be okay. And if you've ever watched any of my cooking videos and I've ever cooked with fresh herbs from my garden, this is the area I'm talking about here. I have several fresh herbs right here, but a lot of them are going to seed because it's just so dang hot here in Texas. Look at that little country boy. I swear, he should have grown up in Alabama where I grew up. And the patch that is behind me is my pride and joy, my tomatoes. I love tomatoes. There's just something about a tomato that has been warmed by the sun, straight off the plant, slapped on some gummy white bread. Just so good. Oh, or just with salt and pepper. I've been eating a ton of tomatoes with just salt and pepper, and then cucumbers with just salt and pepper. So freaking good. That's my new favorite snack right now because I got it in my garden growing right here. Might as well eat it. And I didn't think that I liked, what are these called? Cherry tomatoes. I didn't think I liked cherry tomatoes, but you know what? I don't like store-bought cherry tomatoes because they're sour. And you know why? It's because they pick them because they're not ripe when they have to, send them out. So they pick all of the fruit that is not ripe yet, and it ripens on the way to us. And by the time it gets to us, it's just kind of like old, unripened fruit. One of my favorite gardeners that I watch on YouTube is from Roots and Refuge Farms. Her name is Jess, and she says that store-bought tomatoes taste like disappointment, and they do. They taste like disappointment. So don't even waste your time on store-bought tomatoes. If you got the ground space to do your own, grow you some tomatoes. It will change your whole perspective on the taste of tomatoes. I'm telling you, just trust me. And then if y'all can see all the little baby plants that are behind me, those are all bean and squash plants. So I did 3 different squash varieties this year because I really didn't know what to plant in the beginning, and I was like, squash is good for you. You can use it in a couple of different ways. There's several different kinds of squash, so we'll grow that. Okra, I have a ton of okra that I've already planted that's starting to come up, and we're going to grow some more. Okra is so good for you. I know I'm going to say this wrong. The mucilage, the slimy stuff inside of okra is actually really good for your digestive tract. Watch videos on it. It's good for all kinds of stuff. So okra is definitely a plant that I try to grow every year, even if it's just a little bit of it. And we were going to sacrifice corn this year, and then with the extension, we were able to grow corn. Now our corns last year, they were like a little piddly, like the little bitty things, but you know what? We are willing to give them another chance, and we're going to amend our soil this year, which we've never really done. Like, we've added like compost here and there, but not like really giving it a good chance. Sorry, I'm watching my baby. He's walking around new plants, and he's likes to pick things that are not ready. But we are going to amend our soil and try to get a better harvest out of our garden this year, and that will help us with not only our food costs, but with our health benefits as well. And if we are able to grow our own food and cook everything from scratch, then we're not having all of the preservatives and bleaches and all the crap that they put in our food. So I'm going to try to start doing more like sustainable living. And yes, I live in the middle of Houston. Well, we live on the outskirts of Houston, but still, we live in the middle of freaking Houston, and you can't get too urban around here, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm also trying to talk my husband into chickens, maybe just a few chickens. Our neighbors have chickens, why can't we have them? But I don't know if he actually will get on board with that. We kind of don't have the backyard space that I would still like to have chickens and a garden and space for our children and all of that. But one day maybe we'll grow out go out to a bigger, I can't talk. Have y'all noticed yet that I like mess up words a lot? Yeah, it's because like my brain already knows what I'm gonna say 5 sentences from now, and I'm trying to get those sentences out that I've already thought about and have forgotten. So yeah, if you've ever noticed that I say words wrong and then I just keep on going, I know that I said them wrong. I know, I heard myself. It's okay, we're just gonna keep going. You know what I mean. But anyways, see, I've already forgot what my main point was. I think the point of this video is find some things that make you happy and that help you have a good perspective on life, and try to find those things that you are passionate about that keep you going in life and keep you motivated and excited. Because I think that's what's wrong with a lot of people, is that we just lose our motivation and excitement because we're not challenging ourselves anymore. We just get complacent in life. And I want to keep learning, and I want to keep challenging myself, and I want to keep going. And I don't know where I'm going. I honestly don't. But either way, I'm going to enjoy every step of it. And y'all get to watch this crazy mess. I might have to go plant that cucumber that my kid just picked again, and I could show y'all that. Once again, I wanted to thank those 100 subscribers. I think we're actually up to like 114 now. But thank you to every 114 of y'all. Y'all mean so much to me. Your support means so much. Thank you for coming and spending a little bit of time with my family. And I hope that y'all go out there and find something that you are passionate about, something that keeps you excited and that keeps you going. And y'all have a great day out there, guys. Bye.